I'm currently in Mexico on tour with Natalie Imbruglia. We have a few days off before the next show, and my hotel room has basically turned into a mini studio. After 20 years of touring, I finally figured out what's worth bringing on the road. Not just for gigs, but for staying productive with my other projects, staying healthy, and generally not losing my mind. So here's exactly what I take on tour.
Put your arms around me if you want me to stay. Let your love surround me. It's not too late. It's not too late.
I try to travel as light as possible, but these are the essentials that still let me write and produce on the road, practice and prep shows anywhere. So this is currently what I have set up in my hotel room. It is a bit of a mini studio at the moment. You can start off, of course, the Macbook Pro, which is essential for anyone really these days who's traveling for work. I think it's just the M1 MacBook Pro. It's been so solid for music production and any work that I do. Never, so far, haven't felt any need to upgrade. I carry a little mini audio interface. I do quite a lot of guitar remote recordings. So this allows me to still keep recording on the road. It's so compact. It's an IRig Pro. And it's got, all the IOs and all that. Plug my guitar into there. My headphones. You could see my headphones have seen better days, but these are the very popular Audio Technica M50X. As you can see, I've worn them to death. I got quite a few pairs of these, and I need to either get new ear cups for these because they're getting K. I have an iPad to accompany the MacBook Pro. I have to say, the iPad, it's so versatile in how you use it. I mainly use it, if I have my MacBook there as well, I mainly use it as the screen mirroring, and I can get a lot more work done quicker. I also use Logic remotes with Logic Pro, so I could do all sorts of bits and pieces, programming with Logic, which is super handy. If I want to chill, I can watch Netflix and everything. It's so good at that, and I'm sure you guys know how an iPad works. Quite often on tour, I like to bring a little indulgent toy, and this time I brought an OPXY with me. I gave this a go when it first came out, and I absolutely loved it and came up with so many song ideas, but I couldn't quite justify the heavy price tag of, I think in UK it was £1,800. So I sent it back, and since then I have missed it, and I saw one on eBay recently for considerably cheaper, and I thought I'd give it another go. And I have to kind of relearn it because it does require a bit of relearning on all the stuff on how to use it, but it also makes a great audio interface when you plug it in, so it's kind of double handy to use on the road. So this here, I'm using the Helix Stadium on tour. I have to do quite a bit of programming and tweaking to the sounds I'm currently using for the gigs after last night gigs. So I got it set up right here, and along with that is the Boss wireless guitar thingamabob, what they're called. That basically replaces a guitar cable. A guitar cable can be quite bulky to carry around, and when I'm just kind of doing bits and bobs in the studio, it's so convenient just to put this in my backpack. I have it in my pencil case of accessories of capos and picks and slides, and I just chuck it in there, and that just saves so much space to carrying a guitar cable, and I just plug it straight into there. And of course, external hard drive, which makes things so easily to transfer between me and my bandmates. We do quite a lot of big transfer with big files. Recently, we've got quite a few new songs to learn and stems to bounce and all that, so that saves a lot of time. And guitar-wise, I have my main guitar with me, the Duesenberg Paloma, which I absolutely love. Just having it in the room right now for my days off allows me to keep prepping for the shows and allows me to practice. I've also hired an acoustic Taylor and a Les Paul, which is on hire, so that's basically still at the venue, but this one is actually mine, which I brought over from UK, and she's a beauty. As well as the gear on my desk, I also carry my in-ear monitors with me, my rucksack at all times. At the moment, I'm using ACS's, and they've been absolutely amazing. They're super reliable and they sound incredible. Highly recommend them. This little beast is a recent thing I started always carrying around. And what it is just plugged straight into your guitar and your headphones come out the other side, and it's got great amps, simulations, all in this package basically. And for warming up before shows and dressing room jamming, this has been so incredible. So I can play and hear my guitar really well without disturbing anyone else. Highly recommend it if you're a guitarist. AirPods. This seems pretty basic, but I've been through so many big overhead headphones, and I always come back to the small form factor of these AirPods. They just don't take up any space and they sound incredible, and the noise cancelling is just perfect for planes or when you just want some quiet time by yourself. Not even for touring, I just don't leave home without them. One little passion hobby of mine is photography. So if I know I'm going somewhere exciting, I always take my camera, which I can't show right now because this camera is also used for filming. I'm currently using the Fujifilm S-X20, which is great for photography and for video, so this comes everywhere with me. But none of this gear matters if you're exhausted or sick. So these are some of my essential personal items that I always have with me. Paracetamol. Last night I had a gig and it was pretty rough from me. I think we've flown in 3 days ago, and since we arrived I've been so jet lagged, and I've had about 3 hours sleep a night, which is fine for the first 1 or 2 days, but yesterday was the third night and it stacked up and I was so tired, and I also ate something a bit funny, so I wasn't in a good shape pre-show. But it doesn't really matter how I feel, because in the end of the day I still need to perform and deliver on the show. So having a couple of paracetamols always takes the edge off. Sleep is golden on tour, which I've had a lack of so far. So to help me with that, I have an eye mask in my bag all the time and earplugs. On the first night we arrived, there was some kind of discotheque going on downstairs at the hotel, and it went on till 3-4 in the morning, so these things saved me. I am a bit of a backpack nerd and I do love a bit of a carry-wear. I've been through quite a few backpacks in the past and not many has stood the test of time. This is what I'm currently using at the moment. It's by a company called Air, A-E-R, and it has been absolutely rock solid. It's got a few little marks on it, but that's just dirt, so I can brush it off. It's been able to hold everything that I need really securely, and it's super comfortable to wear. You're going to be spending a lot of the time on tour carrying your own stuff around, so having a good backpack will protect your posture and make things a lot more comfortable for you. Hopefully this has given you some insights into what's helped me stay healthy and productive on tour after 20 years of doing this. If you're interested in the less glamorous side of music, I recently made a video on the brutal truths of being a full-time musician. I shall link that in the end screen. If you like more behind the scenes tour life, gear, or honest musician stuff, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.